fight you.
A lover returns.
Who would leave Cruz?
Will she try to steal back the man Eden loves?
I'm staying in Santa Barbara.
This week.
My God, I never knew what happened that night. About your accident? Why didn't you tell me?
There was no point. You'd already left.
But you could have written a letter at least. Didn't you know? Don't you understand that I've been running away my whole life?
I didn't want you running back to me, Tori, out of sympathy, okay? That accident was nobody's fault but my own.
That cruise, I would never, ever have left if I knew that you I still had some feeling.
Yes, you would have left. The next week or the week after, you'd have left. After what happened to Katie Timmons, you and I were finished, and I think we both knew it.
I was scared. That doesn't mean it was right to leave.
I think it was. I mean, you think about our lives now. As much as it hurt, a lot of good things have come into them since then. We should remember that and forget the rest.
Hi, darling. How are the plans coming for tonight?
Tonight?
Tonight, the after-theater dinner, the benefit.
Everything's fine. Excuse me just for a minute. What?
Where are you running off to?
I have some errands I have to do.
I didn't see you come in.
You were busy.
Yeah, I was talking to Tori.
I didn't want to interrupt. She looked like she was a little upset. No, she was a lot upset. Maybe you're just going to tell me that's none of my business. And she's just that type. Maybe she was begging for her earring back or begging for you back. But if you think I'm going to ask you, I'm not. No way.
Hey, listen. I'm sorry. I have been unreasonable about this.
You're entitled to some privacy.
No. The only reason I've been carrying this thing around is that I wanted to get it out of your sight. But you had no way of knowing that. To you, it's probably a signal that I've been pining away for another woman. Here.
No.
No, I want you to take it. I've kept it long enough. It used to mean something to me, Eden. It doesn't anymore.
What did she want?
No. You gotta let it be now.
You know, I am really happy for Alice. I mean, it's the first time in her life she's going to have a real home.
Well, you can thank Lionel Lockridge for that. You know, he's a good guy.
See?
See what?
See, there are other good guys in this world, not just you. I mean, you don't have to do everything.
Who said about anything about doing everything?
Pearl, please. I mean, you're talking to the woman who has waited the majority of the last 2 months for her certain crusader to come back from his many missions.
Oh, really?
And now it's time for you to let someone else look out after the huddled masses.
Yeah, well, tell me one thing.
What?
What about my brother? Who's going to look out for him?
Well, I thought you hired a private investigator.
Yeah, I did, but that bozo, he hasn't come through for me, which means I'm going to have to put my spurs on, get on my horse, and get back on the trail.
Well, not tonight, I hope.
You know, I don't know why my brother's going to be so happy to see me. I mean, he hasn't gotten in touch with me yet after all this time. Huh?
Well, Pearl, I'm sure that there's a perfectly good explanation. I mean, I understand, but you can't let the rest of your life grind to a halt. Now, you need to relax. You really do. You need to stop running. You're home now.
Oh. Answer me one question, will you?
What?
I mean, why do you keep trying to take care of me when I insist on making that impossible?
You know the answer to that.
Yeah, I guess I do.
I don't know. Need to give any reasons or anything. I mean, all that's needed is for you to spend some time with me. I mean, some good quality time. No quests, no mission, just real life. Now, does that sound unbearably boring to you?
Of course not.
Okay, good, but just in case.
Yeah, what's in case?
I have a very festive idea. There's a party tonight after the opening of a play at the La Brea Theater, and I thought it would be fun.
La Brea, what? You said tonight?
Tonight.
Well, I don't think that's gonna work out tonight, Courtney. You see, I planned on checking in on Alice and see how she's doing, you know?
Oh, well, Pearl, I thought we just established that Alice was going to be fine. I mean, she's surrounded by wonderful people at a beautiful...
But they're new, brand new things, and she's not the kind of person who's had a heck of a lot of practice getting used to new things. So I want to show her that there's one thing that doesn't change. Friendship.
Could you do that tomorrow?
Oh, no. I know I'm being difficult. Can you try to understand just this 1,000th time?
That's all I do, Pearl. I'm working overtime.
Listen, we're gonna have time together soon. I promise you.
It doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen.
I know. I will.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Hello, Victoria. Hello.
Hello, Keith.
Well, wasn't so tough, was it? Hello, Keith. I mean, the courtesy you'd extend to any waiter. Why not me?
I'm sorry I was in a hurry.
Oh, that's right. You have the debut. Hometown Girl returns in triumph. Congratulations. Too bad it took so long. Why was that? Anything to do with my sister? Or my sister? Katie? Who remembers her?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Keith.
Does it upset you when I mention her name? That's same thing happens to Cruz.
We had nothing to do with it. We were just as horrified as everybody else was.
Oh, yes, you were horrified because you knew you were responsible.
That is not true.
You moved in on Cruz. That hurt Katie. Nothing much good happened to her after that, you know. Maybe that's why you never stopped by to say hello. Makes sort of waves on one. Makes one forget the social amenities, don't you think?
Look, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to listen to you.
Oh, don't
So just move.
be nervous. Got a play to do tonight. I mean, you don't want to fall flat on your fanny. With all your friends out there and even way back when. Are you going to be there?
Yes, you said you would.
Well, I hope you don't try to move her out the way you did Katie, because it won't be easy. Cruz is really terminally hung up on this woman.
I wish them well.
Really? How very civilized of you. Maybe they'll invite you to their weddings. You know, I like weddings, love them. More than funerals, even. I already went to a funeral today.
I'm sorry.
My grandmother's.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You know, she believed in forgiveness. I deferred to her wishes. But no more. Grandmama was set free. And I was set loose. To get back a little of my own.
Go ahead.
Oh, my.
I knew the color would be perfect, and it is.
I've never, ever worn anything like this.
Well, you can wear it tonight.
Oh, no, I'll save it.
No, listen. There's a play opening in town tonight, and there's going to be a party afterwards. A play is like television, but without the television set. Yeah, and I'm kind of shy about going by myself, so I was hoping you'd come with me.
Are there going to be a lot of people there?
Well, you don't have to say a word if you don't want to. I mean, you can just let all the other people talk. I mean, a big party is most people don't listen to each other anyway.
I'm scared. A little.
So am I. That's why you have to come. Come on, Alice. Where else are you going to wear a pretty dress like that? You can't just stay home and stare out the window with it. Oh, well, you can if you want to, but... Oh, come on, please. Won't you come?
Okay.
Great. Oh, let me get that.
Jane, hello. I'm looking for Pearl. Is he here?
Oh, I think he went back to his place for a while.
Alice? Hello. Do you remember me from the hospital? I'm Nick Hartley.
Kelly's friend.
That's right. Well, used to be. What's this? New dress?
Jane bought it for me.
We're going to the opening at the Librero.
Well, great. I'll see you both there. I'm covering it for the newspaper. That and the reception afterwards. I'm a photographer. I make a living taking pictures. And I'll be sure to get one of you in your new dress.
Ooh, we better get to work, Alice. I got a great idea for your hair.
You're going to knock their eyes out.
Whose?
Whoever's lucky enough to be escorting you.
Alice and I are escorting each other. We don't believe in waiting home for the phone to ring.
Well, you want to ride with me? Please. I'll be happy to take you.
Oh, that's okay.
No, come on. I'm going there anyway. And I would not mind in the least having two beautiful women on my arm.
What do you say, Alice?
Well, I think that would be very nice as long as Kelly doesn't get mad, though, because she's my best friend along with Pearl. But I don't think she will. So, yes, thank you very much. But if you could please take a picture of me in my dress so that I could have one, too, please, to show Mr. Lockridge and Pearl.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Here are the tickets. You'll be sitting in my loge with Sophia and Courtney and myself.
That'll be great.
Won't have any time to go backstage afterward, though. That must be Sophia.
Well. What do you know? This is going to be a real time saver.
What is it, Mr. Timmons?
Well, I had this little speech, and I was going to make it to both of you, but now you're here, I can just do it once and be short and sweet.
Short would be nice.
Oh, good. Two things. One, the day when Kelly mysteriously disappeared, I mean, no one knows how, the Campwell jet made a sudden flight down to Los Angeles. Two, immediately thereafter, there was an unscheduled charter flight from LAX to Italy. Now, I didn't know that you had that many friends in aeronautics, Castillo. I mean, you must have had guys right there on the runway for her to get up in the air so fast.
I must have had guys on the
You know, it must be wonderful to have a future son-in-law and friend that can get around rules and regulations like that. I mean, Castillo, how in the world did you get around Italian customs?
Two things. One, you're talking through your head about these conspiracy theories because, two, you have nothing on either Cruz or myself, and you never will. I do happen to have business things in Italy, and if you'll check my corporate calendar, you will find that...
You probably aren't familiar with the penal code, but your buddy here can fill you in. He can give you the minimum sentences for things like harboring a fugitive, obstructing justice. I know prison probably doesn't scare a big, tough guy like you, but, you know, it could get in the way of a honeymoon. And the courts tend to look less kindly on crooked cops.
Get off it, Keith. The man obviously doesn't know where his daughter is.
Oh, yeah, right. The man's distraught.
Should I be worried?
I don't think so. I think you're incidental in this. He's really out to nail me. He's not above using whatever and whomever he can to do it.
Well, he won't use me. Let's say I was lying. How would you know? Don't expect you to answer that. Just know that this family protects its own. You are included.
What's the new maid?
She's temporary, or she wouldn't have let you in.
What's the matter, Sophia? Not in a very friendly mood today? That's all right. I need to talk to Cece alone.
What?
What I have to say is just between you and me.
You been brawling in bars again, Gina? You look very much like a Dalmatian.
Don't you have some needlework to catch up on?
I'm not leaving, Gina. This is my house.
I wouldn't be so quick to jump the gun. So I really can't talk in front of her.
I have no intention of asking Sophia to leave, much as I'd like to have to spare anything that might come out of your mouth.
All right, I realize I wore my welcome a little bit thin with the wedding portrait, but I really do have something very important to say to you.
Go ahead, Gina. We're listening.
All right, forget it. I'll just talk to you about it tonight. Besides, I haven't got the proper equipment with me.
Equipment?
The audio visual aids.
Gina, either say what you have to say now or don't say it at all.
It's all right. They can wait. And believe me, it'll be worth it. Meanwhile, I Have to get ready for the evening's festivities. You see, Keith is taking me to the theater opening. Keith Timmons?
Oh, Gina, he's really set your sights a little higher. Keith Timmons is the same kind of serpent you are. Whatever he can teach you, you already know.
Oh, he's just a passing fancy. Until I can marry the man of my dreams. I've already picked out my china. It's in your china cabinet.
What was this talk about marriage?
Darling, you actually listen to her. I can't anymore.
Now, listen, I have very little tolerance for these kinds of scenes anymore.
Sweetheart, don't even pay any attention to her.
And I am also very tired of these implications that something's going to go wrong with our wedding.
You are dealing with the babbling of a severely deluded woman. She can't separate fact from fantasy anymore.
Ah, well, I know that might be so, but unfortunately, she's been able to put her mark on the real world when she sets her nasty little mind to.
Honey, don't let anything bother you anymore, especially Gina, of all people. We've been separated for such a long time, mostly by my foolishness. I will not ever let anything prolong the agony again.
Don't let go.
Not a chance.
Thank you. Tell your boss I appreciate the fast work.
Tongue off the floor, look at you.
Hi. I have to leave. I have to make sure everything's set up early.
Oh, I thought that was already done. I swung by the restaurant. They said you'd already taken off.
Oh, the errands.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I went by your dad's house. He gave me the tickets.
Oh, great. That'll save me a stop. I'll see you later.
You know, Eden, unless I'm mistaken, this is the way you speak to me when you're not speaking to me.
I'm just in a hurry. I mean, I don't need to go through a big emotional upset like most people every time I say hello and goodbye.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I guess that just slipped out.
You know, I don't think I should have to explain other people's behavior, but for what it's worth, when you saw me, somebody just told Tori something that upset her.
I'm glad you could be so sensitive to her feelings.
Seems to me I've tried to be the same way toward yours.
Yes, you have. And I appreciate it. Now can I be entitled to an unexplained mood myself?
Of course.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you, too. Hello.
Hi, it's Gina.
What's wrong?
There's not going to be anything wrong for me to call you. I was just wondering if you and Eden are going to the big event tonight.
Yeah, and I think it's sold out, Gina, so I probably can't get you a ticket.
What do you think, I'm calling you to scrounge up a ticket for me? Believe me, my date is taking care of all that. The district attorney's office doesn't have a hard time getting tickets to these things.
Oh, I didn't realize you and Keith were being seen together in public these days.
Why not? We have nothing to hide. We certainly have just as much right to be there as you and Eden.
Gina, why did you call?
I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to keep the lines of communication open. Anyway, I guess I'll be seeing you there tonight. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Oh, and Keith, I'll be expecting you at 7:30. Black tie, don't forget.
Lambert Brothers Jewelers.
Look, the other earring, it's gone.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's got to be at the beach. It must have fallen off. What are we going to do if somebody finds it?
Are you sure that's where you lost it?
Well, it has to be. Before Katie arrived. What are we going to do?
I love opening nights. I think it's so exciting. If I'm not backstage, at least I'm in the audience.
Keep an eye on her. Theater's in her blood. She's liable to join the company and take off for parts unknown.
Don't turn your back, darling.
I'm sorry Pearl couldn't make it.
So am I.
Yes, well, he appreciated the invitation.
Yeah, well, it's the neighborly thing to do. Good program?
No, darling, we didn't get this.
Well, I'll be right back.
Thank you. You look so beautiful. Half the people here are turning around to look at you.
If you're trying to make me feel better, thank you, but I don't think it's going to work.
What would work?
Maybe if Pearl had given me the slightest indication that he'd like to make up for lost time.
Well, you two have had a couple very difficult months, haven't you?
I can get through difficult situations. I can be patient. I can put my feelings on ice if I have to. I can even be close to cheerful about it. But if there's nothing at the end, no change of heart.
What do you mean, change of heart, darling?
Pearl never, cared about me the way I care about him. So I had this plan. I was going to show him what a daring, courageous, uncomplaining person he had so mistakenly assumed was a spoiled, sweet, rich girl. But my plan, I don't think it worked the way I thought.
Wait a minute. You are brave and you are daring. If it wasn't for you, Kelly and Pearl wouldn't be out of that terrible hospital. And if he doesn't realize that,
He realizes it. He does. And I've got plenty of pats on the back. I've even proved all the things that I set out to prove. Only there's been one hitch. He didn't fall in love with me. Oh, Sophia, I haven't felt this way about very many people.
I know you haven't, honey.
Here you go.
Oh,
One for you.
Program, darling.
One for you.
I think I'm going to get some air before the curtain goes up.
Oh, darling, I know how she feels. Men can be awful sometimes.
Well, with one notable exception.
Not in the immediate vicinity.
Caught in a public place, no less.
He has no shame, Eden. I could have told you that.
Miss Cruz.
Oh, we had to take separate cars, but I thought he'd be here by now.
Here, it's a program. It'll tell you about the people in the play, all the actors.
Are they going to be up there?
Mm-hmm. Nick, get your camera.
No. I'm not allowed to take pictures inside the theater, but I'll tell you what. I'll get some shots for you backstage intermission, all right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Pretty glamorous group. You're going to have a tough time deciding who to photograph at the party.
No, I won't. Some people are naturally photogenic.
I'm photogenic.
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited. Or am I nervous? I know it's not the same thing. Oh, this lady, she's so beautiful. I'm sure she's photogenic. Why are the lights going out?
Well, I guess everybody in Santa Barbara is getting ready to see this show. It must be nice.
Well, nobody's keeping you from going alone. I gave you the ticket. Now, why don't you give me a break?
How can I go alone? I told everybody I was going with you.
You told everyone?
I told Cruz. I mentioned it to Sophia and Cece. I get all dressed up and you take me to a dump like this.
Well, I like this dump. It's my dump, and I like it. Go alone. Nobody cares. Just go by yourself. Serves you right anyway. For telling everyone, especially Cruz. And by the way, that reminds me. I wasn't too crazy about the game you played with my wiretap.
I don't know why you're so worried about that. Cruz didn't hear anything. He'd already hung up.
He could pick up the receiver again and make another call.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I am warning you, girl.
I'm warning you. What you're doing is obviously illegal. If you want me to keep my big mouth shut, why don't you try being nice to me?
I go for a walk on the beach. All right. Here, you, take a care.
Couldn't we go to the reception? Just the reception.
A bunch of old, overdressed bores lamenting the tragic state of the good, old-fashioned theater. And the decline of the West and the decline of culture.
Look, I told Cece I was going to meet him there. I want to talk to him tonight.
What is your obsession with CC? He doesn't care whether you show up or not.
No, but I care. I want to make my deal with him.
What?
I want to show him that tape of Kelly and Dylan and lay all the terms out on the table.
No, you're not.
Yes, don't you tell me what to do.
Listen to me. If you come up with a tape showing that Kelly's innocent, then the whole issue of her leaving the country illegally goes by the wayside. Nobody's going to care if Cruz covered up or not.
Don't you just give up. You're not going to find a way to prove that Cruz helped her out.
Think again. You just give me time and try not to blow it for me.
Look, I haven't got a lot of time. If I wait around long enough, Cece will end up marrying Sophia.
Talking about 2 days, all right? I just need time to find Kelly, extradite her, start the proceedings against Cruz, and you can do whatever you want, all right? But if she doesn't come back here with a murder charge, then I got nothing. So you wait till later to whitewash Kelly until I get what I need on Cruz, all right?
Why should I help you out?
You want Cruz to go on trying to pin his wife's drug habit on me and you.
All right. But I don't have long.
Where are you going?
Well, I thought I'd go and see if I could catch the second act. It's the only party I've been invited to in months. I'm not going to let you make me miss it. I don't want to sit here and listen to you whine.
Suit yourself. But what are you doing with that?
I thought this was the money you left for me to take a cab.
Wake up, girls. 1986. Girls get their own cabs. Have fun.
What are you doing?
Just seeing who made the list of contributors this year.
Did you enjoy the first act?
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
Why don't we hit the lobby? We've got at least 15 minutes.
No, I think I'm going to stay here.
I want to show you something.
Can it wait till after the show?
No, it can't.
Enjoying the play, Courtney?
Actually, I think I'm going to go home. It's my head. I'm not feeling very well.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, don't be silly. Stay and enjoy the show. I just will lie down. Bye.
Poor darling, she's miserable.
Well, first Ed and Cruz take off, and then Courtney. I'm beginning to feel very unpopular.
I think I'm going to take a stroll in the lobby.
No, you're not. No, you're not. See, there's one great thing about theaters.
What's that?
Necking.
Come on.
This is Victoria's dressing room.
Well, I just heard them call her for Act 2. She's on her way backstage.
Well, is this what you wanted to show me?
No, but the lobby's kind of crowded.
What do you want me to do? Sit in her chair, in her room, next to her roses?
I didn't.
What?
Send the roses.
I didn't say you did.
You were wondering.
I did not. Look, if there's some purpose for me being here, I wish you'd just come out with it.
All right. Aw, man. I found this at home.
I had a piece of jewelry fixed.
A piece of jewelry. Was it the earring?
You said it was mine. Do you want it back?
No, I don't want it back. I want to know what you're going to do with
Well,
it.
maybe it's a surprise. You ever heard of those? It's what happens to a main character when someone least expects it, like another main character, you know.
Aiden, don't do this.
Don't do what? You're the one who dragged me all the way down here.
We have everything in the world going for us. I'm so crazy in love with you. I can't hold down a job, practically. I wake up every morning and I scream thank you to whoever's in charge of luck. You get one look at a little earring and you're ready to bust a scene.
A little earring that was part of a pair that cost you almost a half a year's salary. She had to mean something to you. She had to be important to you.
I'm not saying she wasn't important to me. She was, but she's not important to me now. Ever since I took you into my heart, there's no room for anybody else. Past, present, or future. You took all the space.
Maybe I should have been an actress. Seemed to have a weakness for it.
Not me.
new face every day? Woman of a thousand faces.
I'll settle for just one face as long as it's yours.
Maybe I should take acting lessons.
You know, maybe you should. Maybe they could teach you to act reasonable again. If there was ever a woman without a reason to feel insecure, it's you.
Prove it.
What do you want me to do? You want me to knock her down and trample her every time I see her?
Of course not. Do you have a gun?
All right, why don't I pull a John Wilkes Booth? You know, she could fall to the floor, clutching her heart, and I could turn to you and say, you see, baby, I cared for the lady, not her. I can't do John Wilkes Booth. Maybe I should just shoot myself, you know?
That's your idea. Let's poll the audience.
At least it'd be dramatic.
Not as dramatic as you running into a retaining wall with your motorcycle.
Who told you about that?
You should have. At least I would have known where the scars came from.
Is that what this is about? You think I wouldn't do that for you? Eden, I would jump the Grand Canyon for you on a bicycle.
I think it's already been done.
Tell me what amazing indoor feat I could do for you.
I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be able to be creative on your own.
All right. I think I'm getting an inspiration.
Like what?
Like maybe not going back upstairs at all. Maybe staying alone here. How would you like that?
Like I said, you can't say anything. You just have to do it.
Come on in, the door's open.
Pearl,
Courtney.
do you know where I've been for the last hour and a half? I'll tell you. I've been in a theater surrounded by people laughing and applauding and having the time of their life while I sit staring straight ahead, not thinking about anything but you. Well, it's not fair. I mean, you go on with your life never giving me a second thought, but I can't do the slightest thing without thinking about you. Well, I'm tired of it. I hate it. But what else can I do, Pearl? I mean, you won't give me anything to go on. You won't push me away, but you won't cut me loose. Well, I can't take this anymore. I want to have it out with you once and for all.
Well, why don't you have it in with me instead?
Oh, this place is so beautiful. It's almost as big as the ward. No, it's almost as big as the theater. Why did we leave the theater so early?
Well, Alice, people don't like it when you talk back to the people on stage.
Well, the actors didn't mind. They hardly paid any attention at all. Oh, look at this.
Thanks for leaving with us. I don't know what's gotten into her.
No problem. I wanted to check the light anyway and dust off my equipment.
Is that the kind of camera that spies use?
This? No. This is a light meter. It tells me how open my lens should be so my pictures don't turn out too light or too dark.
Should I say cheese?
No, you don't have to do anything. Just look around, enjoy the atmosphere, and relax.
And don't talk too much, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
She's having a wonderful time.
Her eyes just light up. Nothing forced, nothing artificial. She's amazing.
I can't wait to see how these pictures turn out.
I can tell you right now, and she's going to make me look brilliant.
I think that was for us.
Maybe we should take a bow.
I think it's the end of the play.
Maybe we should get the hell out of here.
I think so.
If there's nothing to hope for, I need to know. You know, I've got to make plans. Maybe I'll stay here, maybe I won't. I have to know.
Well, what would you do? Would you go back to Boston?
Without you? No.
Why?
I never liked it there. It's the one thing you and I have had in common. I wasn't happy. Now, it was important for my parents to think that I was, so I pretended. It's funny how things happen that way. Your parents think that you're one way and that your sister is another way, and you find yourself suddenly fitting into the role that they've created for you when it isn't you at all.
Well, you and Madeline were very, very different from each other.
Not as different as people think we were. I mean, I had my moods, I had feelings, only Madeline was very vocal about hers. She threw tantrums, so she got her way. I accepted things, and so people forgot about me.
Well, I'm amazed that it seemed to me like you got along so well. You must have borne a lot of resentment towards her.
Well, a little resentment between sisters is natural. I didn't say I hated her.
Well, of course not. I didn't either.
Pearl, I didn't come here to talk about my sister. You're trying to get me off the subject.
No, I think, sweetie, that you got there all by yourself.
You know, you always avoid serious situations. You always have.
Not always. But when you want me to say a particular thing and I can't say it,
please. Please, I can take it. Just tell me. Not that you don't love me. I mean, you already told me that. Just tell me if you'll never be able to love me. I've got to know.
How can I honestly answer a question like that? I mean, what do I know about never?
All right. We can put someone on the moon. I mean, it's not impossible. But is it likely? I mean, can you ever imagine yourself in the foreseeable future loving me?
You know how many guys would be standing in line fighting for a place to say yes to that question?
Pearl, I'm asking you.
Courtney, I can only tell you about today. Mm-hmm. And today, I'm your friend, a very, very dear, grateful friend who knows how difficult it's been for you to stick with somebody as crazy and mixed up as me, but I can't talk to you about love.
Friends, that's all?
For now? For today? Yes. That's a great deal. I mean, I don't have a lot of friendships. It's very, very precious to me for you to be.
Well, I wish that I could say the right thing. I wish I could smile graciously and say it's okay, but I can't.
Then maybe we shouldn't see each other. I don't want what we had to turn into something that's painful and that's bitter. It'd be a crime.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I can't imagine not seeing you, Pearl. Damn it.
Whatever you want, that's how it's gonna be. All right? Okay?
Well, let's be friends.
Aren't you missing a party somewhere or something like that?
Oh, it's okay, believe me.
No, it's not okay. We can have our own party right here. Now, I heard you had a fetish for champagne. Is that correct? Huh? I can go out right around the corner and get some. Want me to?
Okay.
Huh? All
right.
I got a couple of glasses over here with fingerprints on them. Can you, like, swipe them a little bit, and then I'll be right back with a bottle? All right. I'll be right back.
To dress up once in a while for a giggle. Hey, just ask a simple question.
There's something from my past that keeps me from forgetting.
I haven't seen Victoria Lane yet.
She's not an actress for nothing. I'm sure she's going to make a grand entrance.
Nick, when will my pictures be ready? I can't wait to surprise Mr. Cutnick. Oh, I forget that's not his name. His name's Pearl. He's got more names than anybody I've ever known. I only have a first name, but I do have a middle name, and I have a last name.
The party is lovely, and the whole evening has been a tremendous success. Well, it's had its moments.
Yes, it certainly did.
I know it is somewhat crass to talk about money on a cultural evening, but since the money is going to charity, I thought you might like to know that you raised about 50% more than you even estimated.
Oh, really?
It's pretty tough.
Where's our leading lady, huh?
I know what she's doing right now. She's taking off all her theatrical makeup, dressing, signing autographs for adoring fans. I think she'll be here any minute. All right. Well, I have something to do. I'll be right back.
Don't be long. You two excuse me for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
At least there is one guest that is conspicuously missing.
No? Who's that?
Gina and her audiovisual aids.
I told you she couldn't bother us with that stuff. She's got no revelation at all. She's just trying to rattle us, don't you understand?
I know, and you're right, and I shouldn't let it get me upset, but it does.
It's becoming. A little bit becoming, anyway. For a bride to be a little nervous.
I don't think it's very becoming for a bride to be a street fighter, but when I look at that black eye, I'd like to say, bring her around. Performance. We really enjoyed it. Now, I have seen that play and done it 100 times, and it was like hearing it for the first time.
Well, thank you so much. You are such a wonderful audience, all of you.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you.
a terrific show. I can see why you love what you do. You're really good at it.
Well, thank you. Where's Eden?
Hello, this is Valerie Harper of Valerie. What's it like to be a career woman and a mother in the 80s? You really have to juggle. And tonight, when a career opportunity of a lifetime is offered to me, which will I choose, my family or my job?
And it's an amazing story that will unravel you. A movie mummy is mistaken for the real thing. Then Walter Matthau is the liberal living in the Dark Ages. And Joe Claybird is the right-winger from sunny California when the Supreme Court meets the first woman justice in First Monday in October tonight.